From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Thursday, April 18th. We begin with some disturbing news about an IPS teacher. A lawsuit says he encouraged students to punch and kick a second-grade student with special needs. News 8's Garrett Bergquist reports.
This video comes from the lawyers for the mother of the child, and they say it was taken by a teacher. It shows a child being beaten by another student. And in a moment, you'll hear what lawyers say is the teacher's voice encouraging this.
Get him.
Lawyers say this video blew the whole case wide open.
Well, it's shocking. I mean, when you see this and you watch it, I watched it for the first time on video and I was shocked. I had to watch it several times. And when people in the school, the administrators, are trying to justify what happened to this child, there is no justification whatsoever for what happened to him.
They say the child started second grade last fall at George Washington Carver Montessori School. He has a 504 plan because he has sensory sensitivities and an executive function disorder. Within weeks, he complained of bullying and abuse in the classroom of Julius Jonican.
The parent had gone in repeatedly for parent-teacher conferences asking, why is my child reporting this? Why is he coming home traumatized and upset? The mom was having to force the child to attend school each day. He did not want to attend. He was scared.
Michael says it was only when Jonican accidentally showed this video to the mother during one of those conferences that she knew what was happening. The mother immediately demanded school officials call police and the Department of Child Services.
It was only through the mother's efforts that the police and DCS were contacted. The school did not take the initiative at that moment to do that on their own, nor did they take the initiative the first time the mother reported to them that she had concerns about what was occurring in the classroom based on reports from the child.
DCS officials began investigating in November.
When an aide was questioned about the abuse going on in the classroom, her response was, "These are bad kids, and that's what you do."
Meyer and Michael say the mother is now homeschooling her son. She filed a lawsuit against IPS on Tuesday. I'm Garrett Bergquist for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
Today marks day 3 for the search for the 2 kayakers who went missing on the White River. Crews stopped searching last night after sundown. The State Department of Natural Resources identified them as 30-year-old Marcus Robinson and 20-year-old Solomon Shirley. IFD says their kayaks were found Tuesday night on the riverbank near Washington and 16th Street. According to DNR, search efforts will resume at 9 this morning. IMPD says 2 people are critically wounded after a late evening shooting on the city's east side. It happened on Grant Avenue near New York Street just before midnight. Officers found 2 people at the scene. So far, no word of arrest, and police have not said what led up to the gunfire. The city of Fishers is working to reduce a controversial non-resident parking fee at Geist Waterfront Park. That change would take the fee from $50 to $25. The park opened last year, with many scrutinizing the cost of parking, describing it as discriminatory. City leaders say the measure was designed to keep the park at limited capacity for safety reasons. We talked to a woman from Greenfield who says her family could be enticed to visit with the lower pricing.
We have not come during the summer because the parking's so expensive, so we've been trying to let our kids come and enjoy it during the off season when the parking's free. So the parking going down in price would definitely be much more helpful for the out-of-town residents.
The Fishers City Council still has to give final approval to the parking rate cut. It is scheduled to meet next Monday. On to a story making national headlines out of Arizona. Republicans in Arizona's legislature have blocked an attempt to repeal a controversial ban on virtually all abortions in the state. The ban first passed back in 1864 and was recently upheld by Arizona's Supreme Court. Yesterday, Democrats in the Arizona House attempted to bring a repeal of the ban to a vote. But a vote to debate that repeal ended in a tie, and the Republican Speaker of the Arizona House cast the tie-breaking vote against repeal.
It's time to repeal this abhorrent 1864
abortion ban.
Some of us believe that abortion is in fact the murder of children.
Abortion rights supporters are trying to put a referendum on the November ballot to enshrine abortion access in Arizona's state constitution. On to some news a little closer to home. If you're an AES Indiana customer, heads up, your bill will be a bit more next year. The state is allowing the company to charge customers more for electricity, but only at half of its original request. That means your bill will go up about $9 a month. AES previously proposed an increase of about $25. Multiple businesses and a state agency helped broker the deal with the utility company. When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says you can expect a mostly sunny day with a few clouds here and there, with storms moving in later tonight. Marcus Bailey has your News 8 Daily 8 Alert Day forecast.
A lot of the day is going to be beautiful. Daytime hours it's going to be a wonderful day, but we don't want to lull you into that sense of, oh, everything's fine, because I think later tonight it could get quite active and more of a widespread type of line that we're going to be eyeing here. Let's start with Storm Tracker first. Radar is quiet across the area here so far. All of our action is back out toward Illinois, Iowa, Missouri. There have been several severe thunderstorm warnings around the Kansas City area, and that whole system is moving to the north and east. This cold front that's down around the panhandle of Texas is what's going to lift to the north and east, and that will trigger some stronger thunderstorms for us later tonight. Indy is kind of on the line here of a level 1 out of 5 in the green, level 2 out of 5 in the yellow of severe storms. The heightened risk obviously in the orange down in southwestern Indiana, but I still think some of these storms could have some pop as they get here later on tonight. This is Futurecast at noon to the evening drive and beyond, no problem. So like I said, the daytime hours are going to be wonderful. Clouds will increase late in the afternoon. But that line was set to arrive in the metro area around 9, 10, 11 o'clock, and that is a very potent line that will then move on through, likely out of the metro area around midnight and completely out of the state by around 2 o'clock in the morning. All modes of severe weather in play, including damaging winds, large hail, and can't rule out maybe a tornado or two as well, especially in southwestern Indiana. Before that, though, beautiful day. 67 at noon, 78 for your high. Coming up, we'll talk more in detail about the severe weather threats for tonight and a big cool down following the storms. It's all in my 8-day forecast coming your way in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at the full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. Let's end today with a little heat. The Fire Department Instructors Conference is happening this week at Lucas Oil Stadium. The event will see firefighters putting their emergency response skills to the test. News 8's Hernan Gutierrez reports.
I was testing it out, and it's no joke. Let me tell you, I'm already out of breath just from swinging that hammer a few times. I finally caught it, don't worry, but it is hard. And, you know, on display here is just kind of the spirits behind first responders and what it actually takes to do their job, with some friendly competition, of course. Here to tell us a little bit more is Hewan. He is the communications director with the First Responders Institute. They're the nonprofit behind the Firefighter Challenge League. Good morning. Thanks for being here.
Good morning. Thank you.
Tell me a little bit about what the First Responders Institute is, and then we'll kind of get into the league here.
What we hear about is specifically for the Firefighter Challenge and for the Firefighter Challenge League, and really bringing awareness to our first responders in this nation, bringing awareness to their fitness, bringing awareness to the struggles that they have to go through on a daily basis. So with these 5 essential functions, it really gives the public an idea of what they have to go through and the quality of their athleticism.
Lay it out for us. What are those 5 essential functions? So how does the competition work, essentially?
Perfect. All right. So they start at the top, at the base of this tower. They start with a 42-pound, pack on their shoulder. They then have to race up those 5 flights of stairs. After they come up those 5 flights of stairs, it goes another 42-pound hoist. So you have to hoist 42 pounds up those 5 flights, and then you got a little bit taste of that earlier, the Kaiser forcible entry simulator. So just like I said, that simulates forcible entry. if a firefighter has to, break down a door or break into a structure. Then they have to go through the course. They have to discharge a hose line. They have to then advance that hose line through saloon doors and finish off with Rescue Randy. It's a 175-pound rescue mannequin that we should probably get you on this morning.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
But it really gives the public an idea of, okay, if you see a firefighter in a structure fire and you see what they have to go through, this is just little snapshots of that. Sometimes you might have to see them run up a flight of stairs with some hose on them. Sometimes you'll see them do a victim rescue. So just a little idea of the strength and the agility that these firefighters have, as well as just being great first responders.
Man, sprinting up five flights of stairs, I'm already out of breath thinking about it.
Yeah.
Thanks for being here this morning. I know we're going to keep delving into what you guys have to offer here. It is free to come out to watch all of the firefighters take on this challenge and take on the competition. It starts at 8:30, the competition itself, and again tomorrow at 8:30 as well. Again, free to come out and watch. We're right across the street from Lucas Oil Stadium. Reporting downtown, I'm Hernan Gutierrez for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Thursday, April 18th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.